I don't even know how to start this video, honestly. I'm like getting nervous already. I don't like to talk about it much, honestly. But I feel like I want to right now, and I want to open up and, I don't know, tell my story. Maybe this will help someone, maybe give them comfort, I don't know. As I was going through this, I went on YouTube and started looking for videos like this, and it actually really helped me. Just seeing that, that's my dog. There's other people, like I was not the only one, of course. I know this happens, but it just gave me a little bit comfort just hearing people out. So I'm gonna try to not cry. Yeah. So a little bit of backstory. I can't, hold on. So I want to give you guys a little bit of backstory so you don't feel like, what is she talking about? As you can read by the title of this video, I had a miscarriage at 8 weeks, and I was having twins, which was another surprise. But so I found out on August 17th. I remember it was a Saturday. I found out I was pregnant. I wake up that morning and I don't know, something just told me, like, get a pregnancy test done. And I always have, because I don't know, I feel like you always should carry some at home just in case. Well, I had two, really, like from Dollar Tree, and then an expensive one. And I didn't think any of it. I did not think I was pregnant or anything. I know that that Friday, the day before, I was at work and I was really dizzy, and I work at a medical office, and one of the doctors say, oh, you're pregnant, take a pregnancy test. And I'm like, what? You can get dizzy because of many other things. So I don't know, I just woke up and did that pregnancy test, and I was like doing my morning routine. I didn't think of anything. I remember I was recording this little clip for my friends at a joke, and I remember just grabbing the test, and I honestly was gonna throw it. I was gonna look at it and throw it away, and I had to look at it twice. I was like so surprised. And I was like, wow. I was shaking, I was screaming, I was happy, I was nervous, I was feeling all kinds of emotions that day. And I remember my sister was on her way here, and I tell her, you have to get here now. And she was the first person who knew. Anyways, fast forwarding, I scheduled my first appointment, which was on, by the way, I keep looking down because I wrote the dates, I was not going to remember, September 6th, which was 3 weeks later. I started feeling all these pregnancy symptoms, all the nausea, like after, I think a week after I found out. I started feeling super nauseous, hungry at the same time, but I wouldn't eat because nothing would make sense to eat. Like everything was just disgusting at the same time. It was really weird. It was all kinds of pregnancy symptoms. Horrible. I was super nauseous most of the time. I didn't know what to drink or take because I just didn't know, and I wanted to wait for my first appointment. So I was feeling horrible. I make it to my appointment, and I went with my sister. And how it works there, I don't know if it's like that everywhere, but you go first with the ultrasound tech. She does your ultrasound, and she's like, I can't say anything, so she will not give you any results. She will not say anything until the doctor sees you after. So I remember, and I don't have any clips, like I have like a 7-second clip, like it's really, really tiny. She didn't let me record. We couldn't record inside the room, which was honestly so stupid, but I regret it. Not even like recording, hiding my camera or anything. I was super nervous, and I told my sister, I remember telling my sister and my boyfriend the night before, imagining having twins. Like, I can almost kind of feel it. But then he was like, just go to sleep, forget about that. And honestly, when I was there in that bed, I was like, oh my god, I know, like I had a feeling, something told me I was having twins. And as soon as she puts the ultrasound and starts looking, automatically I knew. I know how ultrasounds look like. I've seen a million, and I was actually looking at some twin ultrasounds the night before because of what I thought, and I was shaking. She couldn't tell me anything. That girl had the most poker face ever. Like, I couldn't read anything out of her face. And I was like, oh my god. But she went in on the settings and she changed it to 2 fetus. She couldn't tell me, but that kind of gave it away. And I was shaking so bad. And after a little while, I hear the heartbeat for like 5 seconds. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. It sounds kind of like horny or whatever, but it really was. It made me cry. But it was like so quick, I couldn't even enjoy it almost. And then she was done, and she just took me to the room so the doctor could see me after. And this is where everything just starts going downhill. The doctor comes in and he tells me that I'm having twins. Well, that I have twins, identical twins, but one of them didn't have a heartbeat. And that he wanted to see me in 2 weeks. I think it was baby A didn't have a heartbeat, baby B had the heartbeat. And he wanted to see me in 2 weeks just to follow up, see how they were doing. Maybe it was too early to hear the heartbeat, but also at the same time, if you could hear one, you could hear the other. Like, it was just, I remember once he told me one of them didn't have a heartbeat, just everything, like, I don't know, I couldn't listen to anything after that. I was so nervous before, I got worse after. I didn't know what to think. I was kind of hopeful first. Maybe this is, I don't know, maybe we're gonna hear it in 2 weeks. And if we don't, then we have one. We still have one. I remember getting in my car and I just started bawling out, crying. I called my boyfriend. He's not here in the States right now with me. He's at medical school. So it sucks that he couldn't be with me through this whole thing that happened. But anyway, so he schedules me for a 2-week appointment, which was September 21st. If I was nervous in the first appointment, on this one I was a wreck. I remember my vital signs were like super high. She was like, do you need some water? Because they were like 138 over 90 something. It was crazy, and my pulse was over the roof. I couldn't even breathe. That's how nervous I was. Something kind of told me that morning that it wasn't gonna be good. And I remembered to myself, or thought to myself, remember, everything's gonna be fine. If the other one's not there anymore, then it's okay. You have another one. Right. So I go into the ultrasound and I see this baby, and it's so much bigger than the first one, and I was so happy. I was like, oh my god. I only saw one and I was fine, honestly, because I saw the other one. He was big, or she, or whatever it was. That baby was big, and the other one was in there, and I felt sad, but I was just so happy because it kept growing. It was measuring 8 weeks and 4 days. And she's done with the ultrasound. I never hear the heartbeat. And when she like takes everything out, we ask her, oh, why couldn't we hear the heartbeat? And then she just says, oh, not today. And then she just tells me, just rest up, and then the doctor will see you after. And I'm like, okay. I did not think of anything wrong at any moment. I swear, like, that was the last thing on my mind after seeing that baby big. And then I go to the room to see the doctor, and he comes in and he tells me, I will never forget these words. He tells me that, so remember what happened with baby A? Well, same thing happened to your other baby. And I was so excited 2 seconds ago. And then you come in and you tell me that there's no heartbeat. Like, I saw that baby grow. It's big. How? I was just in denial. And then and I was like, are you sure? And he just tells me that he went through all the imaging, everything, and there was nothing. He then offered me 2 options. He gave me 2 options. I could either do a DNC, which is they go in and remove all the tissue, or just wait it out for a miscarriage to happen. I should have said this before in the beginning. This is not the first miscarriage that I have had. Sorry, the lighting is like weird. Anyways, this is not the first miscarriage that I've had. This is actually the 3rd one. I was just never talking about this before. I think only my boyfriend and my really close friends know, but that's it. So at this point, I was just like losing all kinds of hope. Hearing those options were like, oh my god, this is really happening. Like, there's no baby alive inside of me right now. So I opted for a DNC because of my other experiences. They were miscarriages. They just happened. And that was not fun. That was horrible. They were horrible. I didn't really want to go through that again. So I just went to I opted for that, the DNC. He just told me that they're gonna call me in a few days to schedule that appointment. Just go home, rest, and yeah, take it easy. I was just a ball of wreck that day. I honestly didn't know what to think anymore. Like, why is God putting me through this again? Why can't I just have a baby? Like, all kinds of questions just were going through my head at that time. I don't know, honestly. Anyways, the surgery, they called me on Tuesday. Monday, they called me to tell me that, like, insurance, things like that, but they didn't have a date. So Tuesday they called me to schedule that appointment on the next day, which was September 25th. And it was in the afternoon, so I remember waking up that day like, this is gonna be a horrible day. And I couldn't eat, I couldn't do anything. Mind you, I still had all these symptoms. And it was horrible that day, horrible. My mom took me, and then my best friend got there. So I wasn't alone. I wasn't with my boyfriend, which I would have loved, but I wasn't alone at least. And I don't want to get too much into details into that, but honestly, the procedure was, I can't remember anything. It's literally a surgery because they have to put you under anesthesia. You have to go in, and also the doctor did take some biopsies or like some samples because this has been going on already for too long, and like, we want answers. We wanted to know why that happened. So I have an appointment this Saturday. What is it? October 5th? Yeah. For the results. Hopefully I can get something. Honestly, I kind of don't want to go because that place just is, to me, is not the place that it's horrible, but the experience already that I've had, I'm like, I don't even want to go back, but at the same time, I want to know the results. So yeah. So that's what happened. The worst part now is that I kind of rearranged. I know it was too soon, but I kind of rearranged my room. I started buying like little things here and there. And the reason why I did that, it's not because I was hurrying into it or because oh my god, I'm so excited. Like, even knowing my background or my history with pregnancies, I was nervous, but I was more excited than anything, because my previous pregnancies, they didn't even last for me to make it to my appointment. They were like 4 weeks. They were super early. So knowing that I was 6 weeks, 7 weeks, it was just, to me, like, oh my god, this is really happening. So I started buying things little by little. I have like just a couple of stuff because of my boyfriend. He is not working because he's in medical school, so I was gonna do everything financially by myself. So I wanted to start early. I was even looking at strollers. Even more when he told me that it was twins, I was like, what? I need to get it together. So That's just like the worst part right now. Just knowing what to do with the stuff. Like, it's still here. I don't even know. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to move it. I don't want to give it away. I don't want to hide. Like, I'm in that little process right now. I'm a little bit better. I'm still very emotional. I still think about it 24/7. But I try not to. I try not to cry about it as much, because if I start crying, I will not stop crying. Something that I read, when was it? I think it was this morning. I read it and it actually made me feel so much better. And it just doesn't, it make, maybe, it, I don't know, to me it just helped me understand a little bit more. I'm gonna read it to you guys. It's in Spanish, so I'm gonna try to translate here. It's hard to comprehend that God's timing is perfect and that his plans are much better than ours. Normally we want for things to go our way in our time, but God is wise and he loves us so much that in occasions delays process and success because he knows we are not ready and we will fail. Everything has its time. God will not delay. He acts when he knows when to. Accept his perfect will, which is good and pleasant. That spoke to me. Maybe we're just stuck on, why are things happening? Why is this happening now? Why to me? We're just gonna stay there for a long time because we will not know. Only God knows why things are happening. Maybe we will not see it now, but in the future we will. Me, for the moment, I want to go back on birth control. I do not want to go through this again, at least not soon enough. I do not want to go through this again. I want to take my time. Like, people have told me, oh, you have to keep trying because you will have a baby one day. God will give you the gift of having a baby. And I know he will. It's just I'm not ready. Of course I'm not. I need time. But yeah, also I didn't tell anybody, like, outside of my family and my friends. I didn't put it on social media or anything like that. Sorry, my camera turned off. So as I was saying, I didn't post this on social media or anything like this. I did tell my family and I got some of their reactions, and I did this little video which was gonna go up for the announcement video, and I didn't want that to go to waste because it was so cute. So I did a little clip and I'm gonna put it right now. I hope you enjoy that little clip of that, and I hope you guys have a great one, and I will see you on the next video.